Dante Moore joins us right now. Dante, thanks for taking the time to join us. Curious about the start and how you guys went through everything with the lightning and the rain and then things finally clearing out and then a small stadium, right? This is a unique type of setting. How did you guys manage it in the beginning?
Yeah, this morning we all woke up, saw thunder and lightning, and we was probably thinking of a delay. But Coach Lanning said no matter what the weather is, we're ready to go play ball. So coming out on the field, we knew it would be a small environment, but we're kind of worrying about only us. We know we were bringing the juice. Fire starters was our theme of the week. Made sure we came in and handled business.
Yeah, looking back on this game, maybe you'd say you got off to a little bit of a slow start, but then obviously you guys picked things up. What was the conversation like on the sidelines, conversation at halftime from Coach Lanning?
Yeah, we knew that when they would get the ball that they'll kill a lot of time with the run game. That's what Midwest football is about, Big Ten football. So we knew we had to capitalize on our drives. And, the first drive we went, 3 and out or whatever it was. And, coming up forward, Coach Lanning said we're going to have limited drives, so we got to make sure we capitalize and score. So we did.
What do you love most about playing for Coach Lanning, man? Because this guy's fiery. I would have loved to play for a guy like that.
Yeah, he's a great coach. He has the right recipe of winning. He's been around great coaches in the past, and he's a player's coach. Every time as a player, we communicate with him and ask him, things that we need to get better at, or things we need to talk to him about. He knows how to adjust to us. So, his speeches are like he's playing them in the future. His speeches are unbelievable. It gets us fired up and ready to get going.
Fellow Michigan dog, you know what it is. Michigan boy. That's why he's stepping so properly. He from that mitten, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no,
you know what it is?
You know what it is. You know what's going on. Michigan boys in here. No, but I respect you so much, man, because you trusted the process. A lot of guys with your status, man, they wouldn't have stayed and learned. But last year, you stayed, behind Dylan Gabriel. What did you learn from that experience, and why does it have you thriving right now in this season?
Yeah, I'm big onto God's timing.
Yes, sir.
Of course, in my, especially in our generation, we want things now.
Right.
And I feel like me being able to transfer and take the step back was kind of, a blessing that I did that. Knowing I could trust in God and understand that, Dylan was a vet last year. He's playing a lot of college football games, and the biggest thing I took away from him was preparation. The way he prepared Monday through Friday, and on Saturday, how he just pushed and led the team.
Dante, thanks for joining us. Let's push this thing ahead. You got Oregon State, then the top 5 matchup at State College. How do you keep this team focused? I know it's a rivalry game, but everybody's talking about that one in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we just, we have a lot of games ahead, but I feel like this team, our mindset is 1-0 every week. We're, worrying about that opponent during the week, and, today we're going to fly back home. Tomorrow's going to be a recovery day, and then Monday when we hit the ground, we're going to be straight focused on Oregon State. It's a rivalry game, but every time we take the field, it's us versus us.
Dante, last one before we let you go, and thanks again for joining us. Yeah. Just talk to me through your performance. Like, how would you kind of grade yourself, how things went today?
Yeah, as a quarterback, taking the field, the first drive, of course you want to score. We went, 3 and out or whatever the situation was, and, as a quarterback, you got to just bring the juice to the team. The environment, it was windy, things in Mother Nature we can't control. So
right.
As a quarterback, understand that you can't be late on throws. The downfield throw out through the Corian, he had him beat, just the air got under the ball. But overall, it was a great performance, not forcing many throws and making sure that I was just the leader and make sure I pushed the team forward.
Man, Oregon, man, the quarterback's been up for the Heisman conversation. We got a couple fellow Heismans up here at the table. You keep running the table, you keep balling, man. You know where you're going to be at the end of the year. Can I get one of them things? What you think? Can I get one of them things?
I don't know if I can do it, man. I'm too humble, man. I'm too humble. I appreciate that.
I respect it. That's why I love you. I respect it, man.
Yes, sir. You're gonna hit him up with one
Dante, if Coach Lanning saw you strike the pose on this set, you're gonna be like Syracuse. You're gonna be running laps after the game right now, man. You don't want that. Dante, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations. Safe trip back home.
And our Jenny Taft is downstairs with Coach.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. I kept thinking about what you told us, strength in numbers, something you and this group live by. How pleased were you with the performance, top to bottom?
I got a little sour taste in my mouth with the way we ended, right? We got to be able to win the fourth quarter, but ultimately, I saw some good play. There's going to be some stuff we can build off of.
Feeling you're going to say that, but I do want to ask about your quarterback. Look, you describe him as someone who's a great football player, but a better person. That's what everyone says. How high is his ceiling for Oregon?
Yeah, it's unbelievably high, right? We go with the quarterback. We got a really good one here.
You mentioned to us you want adversity. Was this enough adversity for this team to learn from today?
We got some stuff we can learn from, for sure. We got some stuff we can learn from.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.